Our ancient word is from Matthew 9, verses 18 through 26. While he was saying these things to them, suddenly a leader in the synagogue came in and knelt before him, saying, "My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her, and she will live." And Jesus got up and followed him with his disciples. Then suddenly a woman who had been suffering from hemorrhages for the 12 years came up behind him and touched the fringe of his cloak. For she said to herself, "If I only touch his cloak, I will be made well." Jesus turned and seeing her said, "Take heart, daughter, your faith has made you well." And instantly the woman was made well. When Jesus came to the leader's house and saw the flute players and the crowd making a commotion, he said, "Go away, for the girl is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him. But the crowd had been put outside. He went in and took her by the hand, and the girl got up, and the report of this spread throughout the district. A picture. They dropped the box. It crashed to the floor, breaking into an explosion of pieces. A few things were beyond repair. The green middle glass container of the canister set now being swept into the trash. Grand had bought all of the green moon and star patterned glassware, adding pieces for my birthdays and Christmas. In the midst of carrying and loading the moving truck, Doug lost his grip, and I yelled, and then I mumbled to myself, "You should have been more careful." I was in tears. "Just glue it back, Mom," said the girls. But it would never be the same. The damage was done. Broken things, very familiar to a family with lots of moving around. If broken pieces are able to be fixed, they normally find a temporary home on a shelf or maybe in a drawer. They are awaiting the pieces to be put together with super glue. Some may get tossed away if unable to be neatly repieced back together, or strategically repaired without a hint of patchwork of that super glue. Often it takes too much to fix what has been broken, and it's not made any longer. It's easy to just go buy a new one or try to find a replacement for it. A different picture. Robert Rigby laments, "What can I say about what I've done? I miss the laughs we shared, how we had fun. Now we don't talk. We're complete strangers. How did our problems become this major? I was too blind to ever see how much you really did care for me. I threw it away, and you hurt deeply. I cry inside thinking how it could be. We became so close in such a short time, and I know that I'll never find another friend like you, someone who's true, honest, and caring. Could tell you anything and you wouldn't mind. How can someone find a person so kind? You didn't deserve it the way it ended. Because of all this, I wish I was dead. I should have found another way. Maybe we still kick it away and not be away. I called you my sister and meant every word. Now part of my soul is gone. Feels like part of my heart was cut by a sword. It's all my doing, the whole mess. And I must confess, all I want to be was a brother to you. All true, though you'll probably never believe it. I never wanted all this drama. I'm not asking you to talk to me, because I know our friendship can never be. All I ask is for true forgiveness. And if you can find it in your heart, then I'll go about my business. I'll never be the same. I'll live with the shame. I'm sorry for hurting you. I wish you happiness. To my friend, my sister, please, all I want is forgiveness. Yet another picture. Life at this moment seems to be worthless. All you want to do is to go back into the past and correct the mistakes, to start over again. But the painful truth of life was that there are no replays. All the things that happened already lasted, and I can't go back to where I used to be. Tantrums linger in my conscience. I cannot smile, for deep inside I was troubled. I cannot sleep as ghosts of my past keep on resonating. I hit myself for being stupid, for making the same mistakes all over again, for being dumb, and for being an idiot. I let myself do things repeatedly that I know I will regret in the first place. I was not being careful with what I was doing. I was knocked down till now I can't recover totally. It's never easy. I know I can never rewind my past to correct those mistakes, those scars on my spirit and my life. They've shown me things that I've never wanted to see or even to re-see. Life had offered me too much sadness that sometimes I wish to stop and die. Broken, shattered, set on a shelf, tossed aside, thrown away. It takes too much work to try to restore. Oh, just get a new one. The mindset of our culture whispers, don't let anyone see the broken flaws. Reality and the way we often live in this world, with our broken families, our broken marriages, broken relationships, broken dreams, broken lives, broken glass, beach glass, sea glass. We see the familiarities to these healing stories that we know that Jesus heals through the touch and that faith can make us well. Jesus has the power to heal from illnesses and sicknesses, has the power to overcome death itself. Each of the pictures of our lives are different, but yet the same brokenness can appear. Prolonged times of difficulty can impede our ability to be able to stay creative. The pictures of our lives can be dulled, and hope for a brighter future can fade. We touch, and we need a touch of inspiration to awaken us from our sleep. As we hear in this week's one story of the healing story. We also awaken to seek out the divine healer, reaching out to touch the power that we know can restore our intellect and our imagination. In Isaiah 41:10 it says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." We can emerge ready to re-engage with the world, seeking and seeing solutions, creating different pictures of life, renewed just as a mosaic artist creates beauty from broken pieces of glass. In Ecclesiastes 3:11, he has made everything beautiful in its time. It can feel impossible that we might emerge with new life, with vigor and creativity in these exhausting times. But creativity can also happen when we do some pruning and prioritizing because of us being exhausted. What things have we been holding on to in our lives or in the church just because we've always done it that way? In what ways is Jesus calling us to new life? Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make it a way in the wilderness, in the rivers, in the desert." In this season of recovery, what is being reawakened in us and in our communities? What is being saved? And for what purpose? What will we do with our newfound healing? What will we leave behind? What new things will we usher into our lives, into our communities? Can you see different pictures? Amen.